Paul Cruz Sales Agency. I hope you're having an exciting day, because I'm excited if you're not excited. What I'm going to share with you today is the 7 pillars of business that I've used over many years to not only grow my sales, increase my cash flow, multiply my revenue, produce higher profit margins, but I've also implemented this same strategy to help my clients grow their business as well. So before we dig into the topic, if you've been following me on my channel, hit the subscription button below. If you like the video, do me a favor, smash the like button. And more importantly, share your comments. Let me know what you think. Now, let's dig into this. Okay, there's going to be 2 steps. But the step number 1, there's going to be 4 pillars. And these 4 pillars I consider and I call the vehicle that will lead you to your destination. Now, what is the destination? Sales, right? Without sales, we don't have a business. We have a glorified hobby. Now, don't get pissed off at me if you're not producing sales, but this is your opportunity to learn how to produce more sales. Now, here's one of the things that I always focus on, not only for myself and my company, but also for my clients that hire me to help them produce more sales. The number 1 thing that I believe every entrepreneur, small business owner, and even salespeople have to focus on is targeting the right leads or the right prospect. What happens with social media today is it's a great advantage by having social media. The downside is that people don't like to do the right work. So people tend to get lazy, want the easy way out, and they don't like the basic things. But you got to be able to target the right leads or the right prospect. Why? Because if you have a product or service that's not for the mass, why would you try to pursue the mass when your niche is smaller than that? Let me give you an example. I used to be a movie producer. And if I was producing a movie and my audience was 50-year-old people, would I advertise and market to 18-year-old and teenagers? No, that's not my audience. So what you have to do is really take the time and think about who is your real targeted audience. Who are your prospects? What are the right leads for your business? Does that make sense? Because at the end of the day, we're all looking for the right leads, right? Even billion-dollar companies are always targeting new customers, right? Now, the second thing that I focus on is once I target the right leads and I know the right prospects, now I have to be able to get them engaged and be able to convert those leads into sales or convert the prospect into a customer, right? So number 2 is learning how to convert and close leads into sales. That's never easy, right? Because you could have a lot of leads and you're just throwing darts and it's a numbers game and it might be the wrong number, right? Because you may not know how to close. You may not know how to convert those leads into sale or convert those prospects into a customer. And I'll give you an example. I closed 3 deals today through cold calling for one of my clients. I knew who they were. I knew how to target them. I know they were the right clients for my clients. I targeted them, I called them, and I converted them into a customer. So the second thing you have to focus on is knowing how to convert leads into sales and convert prospects into customers. Now, what's number 3? A lot of small business owners and entrepreneurs that I speak with on a daily basis, they intend to overlook the selling process. You might know it as a sales process, but as I mentioned before, sales is the effect of the cause, which is selling. So I like to call it the selling process. You have to have a very strong, effective, powerful, productive selling process. Why is that important? Because if you have good leads, right? But you don't have a good selling process and understand how to sell and understand how to close and how to get it from the cold call or the initial contact to the close, then you don't have an effective selling process. A selling process is the foundation, is the fundamentals of producing sales. So you got to have a very strong selling process. That's number 3. Now, number 4 is salespeople. You got to have skilled salespeople. Here's the problem that I learned. Most entrepreneurs and small business owners don't even like selling. So if you don't like selling, how are you going to hire good salespeople? How are you going to train salespeople? I always encourage entrepreneurs and small business owners to become a great salesperson so they're never at the mercy of salespeople. Now, I train salespeople, I hire salespeople, but I'm never at their mercy. Does that make sense? And if you don't have a good selling process, you're not going to have successful salespeople. And if you don't have good targeted leads, the salespeople are going to always make excuses why they're not producing sales. That's why the first 4 pillars I call the vehicle. It's supposed to be filled with gas, and it's supposed to take you and drive you to your destination. Does that make sense? Now, before we dig into part 2, which is the favorite part, is the destination. This part of my program is sponsored by El Paso Sports Network. All you have to do for all of your advertising, just go to the website at www.epsportsnetwork.com. Use the code PCSA, which stands for Paul Cruz Sales Agency, for your promotion. Now, let's go to step 2. This is what I call the results and the destination. Now, remember this, guys. Sales, cash flow, and revenue is the bloodline to your business and my business, right? But if you don't have sales, nothing else matters, right? So the 5th thing that's important, and the 5th pillar, is growing your sales and increasing your cash flow. If you know how to target the right audience or the right prospect or produce the right leads, and you have absolute control over them, and you know how to convert those leads into sales, and you know how to convert the prospect into a customer, don't you have more control over your sales and increasing your cash flow? And here's the best part about it. You don't even have to advertise to get those leads. You don't even have to increase your expenses to get those leads. Think about that. That's number 5. So pillar number 5 is growing your sales and increasing your monthly cash flow. I love those 2 words, don't you? I love it. Now, number 6, if you're growing your sales and you're increasing your monthly cash flow because you know how to target the right leads, you know how to convert those leads into sales, you have a phenomenal selling process, and you got great salespeople because you made a smart decision, you're going to be able to multiply your annual revenue. And multiplication is a very powerful tool. So just think about it. If you have control over that, You can multiply your annual revenue by 30, 40, 50, 60%. It depends on you. Think about that. So pillar number 6 is multiplying your annual revenue. Doesn't that sound sweet? Doesn't that, like, why you're in business? Just think about it. Now, number 7 is, if you have the first 6 pillars right and you have the machine running on all cylinders, now you're going to produce higher profit margins. And the higher profit margins, percent-wise, depends on what's the cost of your goods. But if your expenses are not going up for getting the leads and converting those leads into sales, and you could determine how many sales you produce a month and how much you increase your cash flow and multiply your annual revenue, you can predict what your profit margin is, right? I tell you this right now, I have a huge profit margin. So just think about that. And let me ask you this question. Does anyone so far disagree with what I'm saying? Because these 7 pillars, every business focuses on these 7 pillars, whether you're a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate or startup business. Basic. This is what I do every day. This is how I help my clients produce more sales. But I'm not through yet. I have a little bonus for you. But before I share that bonus with you, here's what I would like you to do. If you're watching me on my channel, hit the subscription button below so that you can be aware of the next powerful videos that are coming up. Smash the like button, and more importantly, share your comments. Let me know what you think. Now, what is the bonus? The bonus is this. Whenever you make an investment, right? You make an investment for what? For a profit, right? Whether you hiring somebody or not. You want to make sure when you hire that person's giving you enough value that they become profitable, right? So if you understand the first 7 pillars, the bonus is this. You get a huge return on your investment capital, whether it is sweat equity or financial equity or both. Think about what I just said there. A huge return on your investment. And I'm going to add something else. I'm going to give you a little tease right now. If you invest $5,000 a month, right? And you know that you can produce $25,000 in profits every single month, would you do it for your business? I'll do it all day long. Where am I going with this? If you want to know how I utilize, through my strategy, all these 7 pillars so that you can produce a huge return on your investment, here's what you need to do. Go to my website at www.PaulCruzSalesAgency.com. Fill out the form below. Email me below. Let me know which one of these 7 pillars you need help with, and I will respond to you within 24 hours. And then we will produce more sales together. Anyway, guys, I hope this has been helpful. I want to thank you all for being part of the Paul Cruz Sales Agency. Till we speak again, I say goodbye for now. And remember this, learn the 7 pillars of business and watch your business blow up.